Okay, guys, yeah, I'm going to talk to you a little bit right now about, I was talking earlier when I redid the food thing, and I've talked a little bit before recently on the videos about judgment and how the main vibration in fourth dimension is judgment, whereas the third dimension was fear, and fourth dimension is going to be judgment. Okay, so the bad guys have been really good about this. They really didn't have to do much to control humans or to get them to be where they wanted them to be, because all they had to do was pit us against each other. So there's been a lot of judgment between the races, between men and women, the younger generation versus older, all kinds of habits like eating certain meats or not eating certain meats, following certain gods, other gods, how much education you've got, how much money you've got, what country you're from, smoking, non-smoking, right to life versus pro-choice. The list just goes on and on and on. So in relation to this, I've asked you to stop judging yourselves and really work at not judging others as well. So in regard to this, the reason why it's been easy to pit us against each other is that people have been living in third dimensional fear. So there's a lot of defenses up, a lot of defensiveness. And in that process, there have been a lot of masks put up. Okay? So you have a mask whenever you go to work. You have another mask when you go see your parents. You have another mask when you're talking to your children or your grandchildren. You have another mask when you're talking to your significant other. You have another mask when you go to church. You have mask upon mask upon mask. So I'm going to ask you to start unmasking yourself. I'm going to ask you to start recognizing the masks that you're putting up at these different places, and I want you to take those masks off. I want you to start to live as the authentic you all the time. Yeah, big ask, right? I know, big ask. But you can do this, because in 5D, that is how you will live. Now, it's a lot easier to live that way whenever you know that each and every individual and entity that interacts with you knows everything about you. So it's easy to take those masks down there. But in order to get there, you have to take the masks off first. So if you're practicing non-judgmentalism of yourself and others, then it will become easier and easier to be your authentic self. Now, a lot of people think they're being their authentic self, but when you really look at it on the person that you are at home versus the person you are at work, is that the same person? Do you talk the same way? Do you act the same way? Okay. What is your highest, best you? Okay. That's the person I want you to show all the time. The highest, best you. Think in terms of, if you're in a good mood and you're happy, what is the you that comes forth? What's the person that you are when you're in a good mood? And I want you to try to become that person more and more and more each day. So try to start removing those masks. Okay? So try to be that highest you, highest good you, a little happier every day, and less judgmental towards anyone and everyone else. As my mom used to say, ironically, if anybody knows my mom and dad's history, she used to say, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Well, you in a good mood, that's exactly how you would be. That's exactly how you would be. If you don't need to be defensive, if you're not living in fear, then you don't need to say nasty things. Like I've said before, happy people don't do mean things. They just don't. They just don't. It doesn't occur to you. So once you're in that happy place and you're reaching for happier and happier and happier, you've already worked on not being judgmental of yourself and others. Next step I want you to do is I want you to start taking down those masks. If you believe that you are a creator God and that you are in control of everything and you can fix it, even if you mess up, you can fix it, then there's no reason to be afraid anymore. There's no reason to be judgmental anymore, because you know we're all connected. We're all one. Other beings out there, creator gods, and they know what they're doing, right? And you are creating your own reality that's individual to you every moment of every day, with the assistance of your friends that are right by your side, whether you can see them or not. So you know that you are moving towards 5D, which means happier and happier and happier. Fear is long ways down the road, behind you. It has nothing to do. It's not relevant to you anymore. So it's going to be, you think all those things at once, little bit by little bit, step this across. Now you are prepared. Now you're ready to start taking down those masks. And you can do it a little bit at a time. You can do it a little bit at a time. Just walk it over gradually. You don't want to take the mask down so fast that you lose your job because everybody freaks out. You don't want to take the mask down so far that they throw you in the loony bin. But just little bit by little bit, start taking that mask down. Start living as the authentic you everywhere. Grocery store, work, family reunions, parent-teacher conferences, if you go to church, your church service, everywhere. Start seeing if you can remove those masks. Try to catch yourself and see that you've got a mask up. That'll be the first thing you need to do, is catch yourself putting that mask up, painting that face on, answering the same way that you always have. Try answering authentically. So if somebody says, have a nice day, turn around and you're having a nice day, saying, I will, I have. Yesterday was great, and today has been fantastic, and thank you for saying that. I definitely am working on it. If somebody says, how are you doing? Answer authentically. How exactly are you doing? Give them an honest answer, okay? Let's try to become more authentically us and be proud of it. Stand up for who you are, who you've become, what your life has taught you. Smile. Smile, guys, smile. Everybody's not going to stand to have you go give them a hug, but nobody's going to turn down a smile, ever. I've never heard of such a thing. So smile. If you're trying to be happier every day, a really good way to start is smile all day long. That's a really good way to help it be a happier day. Okay? So here we go. I've got another assignment for you. Okay? Let's try to take those masks down, live more as our authentic selves, a little bit happier every day. All right? Okay. Good luck. I'm rooting for you. The group is behind you every step of the way. Comment below. Let's see how it works, how it's working for you. What happens when you do it? How do people respond? Let's get some interaction here on this one. Okay, guys? Alrighty then. Huge hugs. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye, guys.